The enormous halls of Victoria Sterling's mansion were unusually quiet. That afternoon, the billionaire had just returned from an important business meeting when she heard laughter coming from her 12-year-old daughter. Emma's study. Victoria stopped outside the slightly open door. Emma had struggled with mathematics for months, despite hiring expensive tutors. Nothing seemed to work, but now her daughter sounded excited. Victoria quietly looked inside. She froze. Emma was sitting at her desk, surrounded by notebooks filled with numbers. Across from her stood Daniel Brooks, the mansion's quiet janitor, holding a marker and explaining an equation on a small whiteboard. If you know the total distance and the time, Daniel said, what do you calculate? Speed. Emma answered exactly. Victoria pushed the door open. Daniel, he immediately turned. Miss Sterling, her eyes narrowed. What are you doing with my daughter? Emma quickly stood. Mom. Don't be angry, he was helping me. Victoria looked at Daniel. You're the janitor, yes, ma'am? And you're teaching my daughter advanced mathematics. I was only helping her understand it. Victoria walked toward the desk and looked at Emma's notebook. Every problem that had previously been marked wrong by her tutor was now solved correctly. She looked at Daniel again. Where did you learn this? Daniel hesitated. During my service, Victoria frowned. Your service, I served in the Navy. Emma smiled. He told me he used to solve navigation problems. Victoria's expression changed. How long did you serve? 10 years. Doing what Daniel remained, quiet for a moment before he could answer. Victoria's security chief appeared at the doorway holding a folder. Miss Sterling, I think you should see this. Victoria took it. Inside was Daniel's military record. Her eyes widened. Former United States Navy SEAL. Multiple commendations, advanced navigation training. Special operations qualifications. Victoria slowly looked up. You're a Navy SEAL, Daniel nodded. Formerly, Emma stared at him with amazement. You never told me, Daniel smiled. You never asked. Victoria closed the folder. Why would someone with your background work as a janitor? Daniel glanced around the mansion after leaving the service. I wanted a quiet life. Victoria studied him. Then why help Emma? Daniel looked at the girl. Because she reminds me of my younger sister. What happened to her? She struggled with math when we were kids. I used to sit beside her every night and help her. Emma smiled. Did she become good at math? Daniel laughed softly. She became a teacher. Emma's eyes lit up. I want to become a teacher too. Victoria felt unexpectedly emotional. For years, she had judged people by their job titles, education and social status. Yet the man she barely noticed had quietly given her daughter something none of her expensive tutors could provide: confidence. Victoria looked at Daniel. I owe you an apology. Daniel shook his head. You don't? I do. Victoria replied, I saw a janitor. I didn't see the person. Daniel smiled. Emma suddenly hugged him. Thank you for helping me. Daniel gently returned the hug. Victoria watched them, realizing that the quiet man she had hired to clean her mansion had once served in some of the world's most dangerous places. And now his most meaningful mission seemed to be helping one little girl believe that no problem was too difficult to solve.